The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions. Shock the system.
Okay guys, I gotta get this all done in one take. Oh snap. Dude, how do you know it's the first take though, huh? I could start every single take out like this. Oh snap. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to an all new episode of the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Kevin Porter, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, are we in for quite the episode. Did you guys watch professional wrestling this week like I did? OMG. Smash, 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 smash. I want to make a little bit of an amendment to my comments on the last episode that we all met on. The AEW Double or Nothing post show featuring Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and the Young Bucks. So I recorded that at a very late time of the day, and I get up pretty decently early. So the fact is, I was pretty fucking tired as I recorded that. So kind of going back now and rewatching it, I didn't like the commentary as much as I thought I did the first time around. The first time around, I think it was just the novelty. It was like, oh man, this is awesome. It's brand new. Holy smack, this is cool. But Alex Marquez, dude, unanimous pan, dude. I'm sorry, dude. You did, it's not to say, dude, if I went out and called professional wrestling for the first time, I probably would have done way worse than that guy. But nonetheless, though, the jury is out on the announcers. JR looks fucking old as shit on fucking camera there. There were a lot more issues with the show, I think, than I commented on. I think I just kind of wanted to get the fucking podcast over with. So, did I phone it in? No, we always give 100% energy, but maybe that's just why I don't know. I don't fucking know, man, but I don't know. I felt like it was necessary to amend that part of the podcast this past week. And with that being said, guys, we moved on to see what the answer was from WWE this past week here. What was WWE going to do to counter the whole AEW experience that we'd all taken in this past Saturday from Las Vegas? Well, we kicked off Monday Night Raw because the whole build up to Monday Night this past week was that Brock Lesnar was going to announce who his pick was, to whom he was cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. Was it going to be Seth Rollins? Was it going to be Kofi Kingston? Kind of a quick side note, dude. So I'm on the elliptical today, dude, and I'm pounding it out. And I'm fucking smash, motherfuckers. And I'm watching WrestleMania 30 on fucking Blu-ray. And I'm at the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the very first one, man. There's so many names in that battle, just that were in that Battle Royal, that are big time players now. You had Kofi Kingston, you had Xavier Woods, Big E Langston, Cody Rhodes, Goldust. Not to say Cesaro was playing a huge role, but I think Cesaro was a pretty big name. He eventually obviously won it, but fucking Alberto Del Rio was in there. Rey Mysterio was in there. It was pretty interesting to watch that Royal Rumble or that Battle Royal back, 5 years later. Because obviously, you have Kofi Kingston and Cody Rhodes. These are two of your top guys in the industry if you take into account AEW and just what he's gone on to succeed to. And Kofi Kingston, 5 years later, main events WrestleMania. It's dude, it's crazy where you life changes and where you go in a 5-year span, dude. But so nonetheless, though, we saw Brock Lesnar come out. We saw Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston all come out. Kind of a more of a lesser replay of what happened last week. But they're totally running with this whole Brock Lesnar, this Brock party shit, which I'm not gonna lie, dude. I know we've been on this podcast many weeks, bitching about Brock Lesnar. It's the same old shit. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm really trying to be gotta let shit breathe a couple weeks. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking, obviously this is just a gimmick until he gets rid of the Money in the Bank. But, I don't know if he's going to be doing this 6 months down the road or anything, but, at least for the time being, I found it somewhat entertaining. Seth Rollins storming off. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all under the assumption that Brock Lesnar is going to cash in on Seth Rollins. Like, maybe they're going to throw the curveball, but I don't really see it happening. I really see that the fact that they're going to go with Seth Rollins, and that's going to be, and everybody's all saying, oh, well, the match is going to take place in Saudi Arabia, but now, obviously, with what we saw at Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin picks up the new number one contendership for the Universal Championship. It kind of throws that up in a question, but I think Brock Lesnar will be in Saudi Arabia, and who's to say he doesn't cash in Saudi Arabia? I mean, like, I haven't heard anybody bring up that possibility, and I think that's a very big possibility. He's going to go over there. He's getting paid. They're getting paid millions of dollars to go to Saudi Arabia for this shit, so I don't know, man. I think that's something that could definitely fucking come down, this coming, I guess, no, it's not this Friday, but the following Friday, so we saw basically the first hour after this, Kofi Kingston gets again attacked by fucking Dolph Ziggler. Xavier Woods shows up, attacks, him and Dolph Ziggler, fucking fight, and then Kofi comes back, so there's enough time in there to where Kofi Kingston makes a comeback. I don't know, man. Like, I know we bitch and complain about just the repetitiveness of the matches, so it is kind of, a little bit different. And I guess you got to give it a little bit of credit in that sense. But again, we made our comments pretty well known about Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I know I was being a little hard on him last week, but it's like, they're going to have that Saudi Arabia match. Dolph Ziggler's going to lose, and then what? Tell me that, WWE. I listened to the Dean Ambrose podcast on fucking Talk Is Jericho this week. I heard all the bullshit that's going on, dude. I have the inside knowledge, dude. Jon Moxley, man. Fucking A, dude, Jon Moxley, which I think I've gone out on record as saying, I'm not a huge fan of Dean Ambrose, but Jon Moxley, I'm a huge fan of Jon Moxley, dude. 100%. So we saw eventually after the whole Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston shit played out, we saw Shane McMahon take on Lance Anahi? Yeah, Anahi? Do I get a gold star? Do I get a gold star for the fucking name? Come on, people. Get with me now. So Shane McMahon, this really wasn't a match here. Lance is apparently, he wrestles or has wrestled in the past for MLW, so he is legitimate cousin of Roman Reigns, but then eventually Roman Reigns shows up, and, they show up, and they're just like, okay, well, why weren't you out there to begin with when Drew McIntyre was beating the shit out of your cousin? Like, why did it take you so fucking long? Oh, bro, I think they established, a couple weeks ago, like, on Smackdown where Roman Reigns showed up hella fucking late to the arena, so I think they kind of just suggest that he just got there. Which, whatever. It is what it is. Bleacher Report gave it an F on here, so that's it's not saying a lot, dude. I don't know, but Bleacher Report, I think they're all in bed now with AEW, so I'm not surprised that they would go on a downgrade sliding scale when it comes, or whatever, sliding scale when it comes to grading WWE now. Hopefully now they're calling out their bullshit a little bit more. I know it's been popular opinion on this podcast in months previously where we kind of thought Bleacher Report was a little bit more slanted, comparing some of the grades compared to some segments to the other segments. But we saw Brock Lesnar again realized that he had a fucking whole year to cash in the Money in the Bank. Albeit that I'm glad that they're not going to just announce it right off the bat. I'm glad that there is that tease there is that possibility, even though we know it's going to be Seth Rollins. With that being said, I think it kind of makes Brock, I think we all kind of thought, like, well, Brock, do you not watch, like, WWE TV? Apparently he just doesn't pay attention. I have a whole year for this shit. Like, it was a funny moment, and he's just like, you know what, screw you, Seth. Like, I liked it. I've enjoyed the revamped Brock, I know initially we kind of shit all over, him winning the Money in the Bank, but these past few weeks, at least it's not just the same old, at least there is a little bit of fucking a different element to the way they're presenting him, which again, it's not much, but at the same time, I'm willing to take a bone where I get a bone, I suppose. I don't know. The Iconics took on Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross. I like the Iconics. I like Becky Lynch. I like Nikki Cross. I like those two teaming up, I think, eventually. Obviously, they got the win over the Iconics, so they could easily challenge for the tag team championships at, an upcoming pay-per-view. Stomping Ground's coming through, which I'm actually going to Stomping Ground. That shit's in Tacoma. So I'm pretty stoked. I got like cheap ass fucking seats, dude. Paid $27 for like, a ticket, and we're just up at the top. So hopefully not all the way up at the top, but we're pretty far up at the top. But if it's not a sold out show, dude, hey, I'm not against scoping out other seats. So, which I will be going this Saturday to Ring of Honor as well. They're streaming that on the Honor Club app. So if you have the Honor Club app, dude, I'll be at that Kent show. So that's kind of cool. Very first Ring of Honor show in the Pacific Northwest ever, people. So that's kind of cool. The match was what it was. I don't think it was the greatest match of all time, but the tag team match, it was a fun tag match. I enjoyed it. I didn't necessarily hate it when I was watching it. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's kind of just how we grade wrestling now, right? It's like, oh well, I guess it wasn't the worst. It was average, B+, sure. Cesaro took on Ricochet, more 50-50 fucking booking, Vince. What the fuck? Cesaro takes the pin. Ricochet picks up the win. Are we going to have a rubber match? I don't know. We're going to see this another 6 times? Probably. This will probably be on the fucking kickoff show for Stomping Grounds. That's my guess. I don't fucking know. I just hate the 50-50 booking, dude. I just fucking hate it. Braun Strowman, and in the main event, Braun Strowman, The Miz, and Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley fought in a Fatal 4-Way, which I thought they said it was an elimination Fatal 4-Way at one point, but then Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley somewhat eliminated themselves apparently, and then Baron Corbin gets the win on The Miz. It was a decent match. Like, I didn't necessarily hate it. I've always liked Fatal 4-Ways. I've always enjoyed those types of matches. So I don't think it was the worst Fatal 4-Way. So again, we're back to that whole, well, it wasn't the worst main event of WWE, right? Or of Monday Night Raw. Now, was it? I don't know. It is what it is. Baron Corbin's going to face Seth Rollins again. Like I said, I think it's a possibility that, Brock Lesnar cashes in at Saudi Arabia. I mean, don't hold me to it. I'm not going to be surprised because like these shows have just kind of proven to be like glorified house shows. Like, so I don't expect any real storyline development to come out of this. Undertaker's coming back on a Monday Night Raw next week. I guess Goldberg's not showing up, but whatever. I don't really care about the Undertaker really too much, so it is what it is, I suppose. I don't really give a shit that much. We jump on over to SmackDown Live. We saw, I don't know. I think I pulled up the wrong. Oh yeah, okay. So we Kofi Kingston took on Kevin Owens. We got the whole rehash of Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens feud. It was like seen this package before. I've seen this before. It's like, all right, it was a pretty good match. Not, again, pretty serviceable for the most part. I thought Kofi Kingston on the mic was good. Needs to get rid of the pancakes at some certain moments, I think, coming out, especially considering, what had happened the night before when he got his ass kicked, and he's gotten his ass kicked the week prior to it coming out. Oh, I got pancakes, motherfuckers. Like, you really got to be throwing pancakes when you're trying to sell, like, an epic fucking beatdown from Dolph Ziggler. We didn't see Dolph throughout the show, except for a backstage segment, so it kind of sucks for him having to drive all the way to wherever the fuck they were. I think, like, Oklahoma, and, from fucking Kansas or whatever. I'm sure that's a fun fucking drive. We're going to drive from Kansas City all the way to Oklahoma. Oh, shit. Flatlands, here we go. All right, so that was that. Mandy Rose showed off her... I don't have the results in front of me, guys. I should probably backtrack just a little bit here and just grab those really quick. Just so we can go segment by segment. It's like, Kevin Porter, fucking get your shit together. It's fucking podcast I know one listens to. I understand why now. Come on. Yeah, Kofi Kingston took on fucking... Okay, Heavy Machinery. Okay, so Daniel Bryan and Rowan come out, cut a fucking pretty badass promo, talking a bunch of shit about Oklahoma and their fracking. I thought that was pretty fun. Getting some real life element, real life shit thrown into the fucking mix. Dude, Sabaton, dude. I'm not really much of a metal fan, but my friend Dustin, who's on the, the In the Mouth of Madness podcast. We got a new episode coming out this coming week, guys. The Last House on the Left. Ooh. Sabaton is a metal band, and Dustin had introduced myself to that band back in high school. So, little known fact about why I'm aware of Sabaton, whatever. At least I'm aware of them. We saw Heavy Machinery come out. Good to see that they got mic time. I mean, it was good to see, them getting at least, show something. I think we need some blood, some new blood in this tag team scene. I don't know if Heavy Machinery is exactly the answer, but I think they're funny to a point, so they're going to feud with, which was teased like a month ago. But now, the Usos loss doesn't mean shit, apparently, which is probably good considering they're supposed to be separate brands. So I'm glad they kind of just left that by the wayside. And we see an actual SmackDown tag team challenge for the tag team championships. Carmella took on Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is on the cover of some fucking magazine. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to say anything bad about seeing Mandy Rose, Carmella, and Sonya Deville on my TV screen. I'm not complaining one single bit. Shane McMahon Appreciation Night. I like that video, dude. That video was pretty fucking badass. The whole fucking retrospective on Shane McMahon. The only time I ever saw a Shane McMahon match in person was at the Elimination Chamber back in 2009 when he fought Randy Orton. And that was like the continuation of the Randy Orton McMahon, feud that eventually led to, the Triple H WrestleMania 25 match like 2 months later. Which again, that match is coming. That match is full circle, I guess, coming up in Saudi Arabia here soon anyway. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I did see Shane do the whole elbow and the, Van Daminator, from coast to coast or whatever it is. It's like it's a Van Daminator when he throws the chair up and then he does like the spinning heel kick and fucking knocks him in the face. I always liked that move too. Like I always thought that was a pretty cool fucking move. We saw Shane McMahon Appreciation Night. Basically, Drew McIntyre and Elias basically just got down on hands and knees and jerked off fucking Shane McMahon. She's like, "Oh Shane, your dick's so big. Your dick's so big. Oh my gosh." And we eventually saw R-Truth show up and Drake Maverick. 1, 2, 3. R-Truth retains. Then he gets beat down. Elias wins the 24/7 championship. Okay, cool, man. Sure. I didn't, I guess, expect that. I mean, Drew McIntyre looked like he just had a face of like utter disgust, like fuck that championship, dude. Like if you go back and watch the DVR, the replay of fucking Drew McIntyre's smirk, he's just like, you piece of shit, Elias, like fuck you. Winning that 24/7 championship. We set up the main event later with Roman Reigns taking on Drew McIntyre and Elias with R-Truth as his partner. We saw Bayley versus Lacey Evans, which I actually kind of thought that was a pretty good match. I mean, Bayley, I thought, showed pretty good aggression. I like Lacey Evans. They had a backstage segment with Charlotte and Lacey drinking tea. I'm really sad that they kind of blew that off, which I don't know. I mean, maybe they're going to still kind of hang out because it didn't seem like they were continuing to fight. It seemed like they were like, okay, tempers flared. She lost the match. Okay, I'm sorry, we'll see him back on TV next week. I kind of feel like that could happen after the whole Lacey Charlotte fucking post-match beatdown. But I liked how Bayley attacked Charlotte. I think that's going to be your match at Stomping Ground. So I'm fucking down to see that in person, dude. I want to see Charlotte and Bayley fight each other, dude. I think it's damn good chemistry. So I'm definitely looking forward to more of that. Roman Reigns and R-Truth versus Drew McIntyre and Elias. So this match, I actually didn't get to watch this match because my feed kind of fucked up. And I was just like, it was late. It was like 10 o'clock. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I know Roman Reigns and R-Truth are going to fucking win. So I just ended up fucking listening to Post Wrestling's recap the next morning. And John Pollock and Wai Ting were kind enough to tell me that Roman Reigns and R-Truth did win. So my assumptions were right. And also R-Truth regained the 24/7 championship because it was suspended. The rules were suspended during the match because Shane McMahon again, was like, hey man, fucking, you sucked my dick, I'll suspend that championship rule for the fucking duration of the match there. So, again, coming off, AEW last weekend, it's just kind of the same old, I don't know. Again, like we saw a little bit different characters. I mean, I like seeing Bayley on TV. I like Becky Lynch. I mean, the women's, division continues to be my favorite point within WWE. Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler. I don't really care that much. I don't care about Baron Corbin and Seth Rollins. I don't care about Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon. I mean, I guess I do to a point, but I mean, that seems to be like the most well-pushed segment on the show is Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon. It seems like that's like getting a lot of TV time. So other than that, I mean, whatever, dude. Pretty forgettable fucking week on Raw and SmackDown. I didn't take the time to watch NXT this week either. So I think I explained it here last week, but so this weekend is NXT TakeOver. Normally we would have a post show out that very night, but like I stated earlier, I'm going to be fucking rolling up to Kent, Washington for Ring of Honor, fucking live on the Honor Club, and so I think I'm going to be back in town hopefully by like midnight, 1 o'clock, and if that's the case, then I'll just throw it on. And we're just going to record in the morning, and we'll finish the show in the morning. So we'll get up, have some coffee, watch NXT, and then we'll record a podcast about it. And it'll be a very fucking lovely affair. So nonetheless, I didn't watch NXT this week, so we'll just kind of go through the matches here. We saw the rematch of Mia Yim versus Bianca Belair. Looks like Yim actually picked up the win against Belair. I like their match, 3-4 weeks ago when they had their TV match there. I like Bianca Belair. I like Mia Yim. So I think they have good chemistry in the ring. I like the whole psychology with the hair, costing, and taking a look here, it looks like Mia Yim was able to use her hair in an effort to, pick up the win, which is good. Mia Yim has lost like so many fucking matches. It's good to see that they're going to push her at least to a certain point. So I suppose we'll be getting the rubber match here at some point down the road. We saw Kushida versus Drew Gulak, which this was teased here a couple weeks ago. Kushida goes over Gulak. Again, I didn't see the match, so I can't really comment on the work rate. I assume it's good. I mean, Drew Gulak comes from that Cruiserweight 205 show. All these guys, that's the one thing about wrestling right now. It's like, dude, every wrestler is like pretty decent in the ring here. So Kushida gets the win. I don't know if he's booked on TakeOver. It says hopefully be a TakeOver. Okay, so yeah, he's not booked on anything this Saturday, which is not surprising. I mean, he's only had a couple TV show matches, so you definitely probably see him included on the SummerSlam show. So Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus the Forgotten Sons. No contest. Bleacher Report gave it an A. So this ended on no contest because it looks like Undisputed Era. Fucking Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish attacked the rest of the competition leading into their 4-way tag team ladder match this coming weekend. So and I think that was the main event actually. Yeah, that was actually the show here this past week, which I'm going to go ahead and bring up just to go over the matches here. I think we did go over the matches last week, but we could just at least take a sneak peek here. If I could bring up the fucking Wikipedia page here. Luckily, my internet is acting pretty fucking decent for the most part. Let's see, you're 25. Yeah, they don't even list it as Bridgeport. It's like, where the fuck is Bridgeport anyway? Like, who fucking cares about Bridgeport? Okay, so yeah, we only got 5 matches. You got Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole at the top, NXT Championship. Hopefully I expect it just as good as what they did at TakeOver at WrestleMania. Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai, gonna be a great match. That 4-way tag team ladder match for the vacant NXT Tag Team Championships is gonna be insane. That's probably gonna be our match of the night. Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze, which Velveteen Dream I think continues to turn out performance after performance, so I expect nothing less at TakeOver 25. And then Matt Riddle will take on Roderick Strong in a singles match there. I don't know what's going to open up. It's going to, solid 5 cards, man. NXT is it's hands down the best thing WWE does. And I think the reason for that is because Vince McMahon is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to fucking be seen in Orlando, Florida, motherfuckers. So I'm looking forward to Sunday morning and being able to sit down and fucking check this shit out. So again, dude, that's the week that was, man. So again, I'm going to be out at Ring of Honor this week. I'll give a little bit of a live recap. Maybe we'll do 2 podcasts and we'll do a specific recap of Ring of Honor, on the Honor Club and that whole experience. It'd be cool because I'm going up there with Jack Hennessy. I'll just, maybe we could just record something in the car on the way back, give our initial thoughts and, upload that separately. And then, yeah, I think we'll definitely do that actually. Nonetheless, yeah, I'm trying to see because they announced, so there's the only match that I believe that they've announced for the show in Kent, because I think they've announced 1 match for Portland and then 1 match for Kent, which, it's technically kind of Seattle, but it's really not Seattle. It's like we're a good fucking 40 minutes away from Seattle, I think, at that point. So Cobb, PCO, Roosh, and Lethal are battling in a 4-corner survival match. Oh, wait, that's in Chicago. Damn it, dude. Where the fuck? Okay. Jeez, guys. Again, Kevin Porter fucking his shit up, dude. So it's State of the Art, Kent, Washington, June the 1st. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. which I was taking a look at all their meet and greet that they do 2 hours prior to the show. And I don't know, man. That does not look like I'm spending $30 just to say what's up to fucking Jay Lethal. I mean, maybe I'll meet Jay Lethal. Okay, PCO, Jay Briscoe to battle it out in Kent. Okay, so maybe that's the match then. Okay, yeah. So, okay, cool. So we're going to see PCO take on fucking Jay Briscoe. Okay, cool. So it actually does have... Okay, so, I mean, we're only a couple days out, so it's like, you know, decent card it looks like. So, okay. Damn. So we got Ring of Honor World Title match. Matt Taven taking Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Fuck Tracy Williams, dude. Jay Lethal versus Kenny King. That's going to be fucking badass, dude. Jay Lethal is fucking the man. Kenny King's the man, too. PCO taking on Jay Briscoe. Oh, dude, that's fucking badass. NWA National Title match. Fucking Colt Cabana versus Mark Briscoe, dude. What? That's badass. You can see Colt Cabana. The Kingdom, Vinny Segelia, and TK O'Ryan versus the Bouncers, Beat City Bruisers, and Brawler Malonis. It's a pretty sweet card, dude, for what I paid for tickets. I mean, it's not like we paid that much. And there's other people on here, too. I mean, signed to appear. I mean, we're going to see Jeff Cobb, Roosh, which they haven't. I'm pretty sure they have a 4-way match. I think it's like PJ Black, Roosh, Silas Young's going to be there, Mark Haskins is going to be there, The Allure, Angelina Love, Elvis Guy, and Mandy Leon. Coast to Coast, LSG, and Shaheem Ali, and Josh Woods. So those are like all the other people that don't have matches announced as of yet. So that is the week that was and the week that will be upcoming. I'm pretty excited, guys. So again, dude, thank you guys for all the listens, all the downloads this last year. I think we're hitting like our first, we're hitting our 2-year mark just as an overall doing all these podcasts. So, you know, for anybody out there that's listened to us for those fucking 2 years, for anybody that is, you know, hey, you know, you just found us today. Thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. But again, guys, we'll be back Sunday with our NXT post show Sunday morning and our Ring of Honor Honor Club recap, state of the art recap, I guess is what we're attending. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, until then, I'm Kevin Porter. Peace.
It's always darkest before the dawn. Well, it's clearing up, yeah, the storm's coming. Pick up the pieces, time to rebuild. Clean up the broken glass that's spilled. Yeah, no disaster. It's a new chapter, no longer shattered. Rubbers and battered. If I'm the one to blame, it doesn't matter. Good things, good things, good things. Yeah, I've been through hell today. Out here rock bottom, something's gotta change. I've been through hell today. Out here rock bottom, good things are bound to come my way. My way. My way. My way. My way. This world is ruled by selfishness and greed. Some get everything they want when most can't afford what they. I've had the days where I couldn't buy a meal, living hand to mouth, but I don't steal. Yeah, I couldn't count the ways that I've been let down, that I have been betrayed, that I've been pushed around. I don't know who's to blame. It doesn't matter. Good things, good things, good things. Yeah, I've been through hell today. I hear rock bottom, something's gotta change. I've been through hell today. I hear rock bottom, good things are bound to come my way. My way. My way. My way. My way. Good things, good things, good things, good things about to come my way.